I'm gonna go hide. You're not gonna find me. It's raining just like on Elmo. Alright, Hensley. You ready to do this thing?
Outside?
You ready to go outside? Come on, take my hand. You got your rain boots on, you're good to go.
We're in Williamsburg, Virginia. We had plans to be here longer, but we broke down, so I don't feel like we're gonna quite get to do as much as we wanted to in this area, so we'll definitely have to make it back to pick up where we left off. Sun's out, finally. We're gonna head to historic Jamestown. You can do historic Jamestown and the Yorktown battlefield for kind of one price.
You might see cannons, and you might see boats.
Okay.
So the first thing we're gonna check out is an archaeological tour, and they're gonna show us they're still doing actual excavation in and around where the Jamestown colony settled. So, awesome. This is where it all started. You hear the stories about John Smith, Pocahontas, settling and forming the colony of Jamestown. See the cannon? You want to go touch it? Go touch it. You can touch it. There you go, Hensley. You found your cannon.
Touch it.
Touch it? Yeah, you touching the cannon? Chasing a squirrel. So most of what is behind me, other than this church, this is original with this church, but a lot of the other stuff was actually believed to be lost at one point, but they're able to dig up and find out where the structures were originally at, and a lot of it was recreated in a sense to show where the fort fence would have been and some of the other structures would have been. And that's what with the archaeological digs they're doing, they're discovering where houses and cellars and those kind of things are. But places like this are part of the reason we chose to come to the Northeast. Seeing things that are over 400 years old and seeing where America started, that's the kind of stuff you get in the Northeast, and that's really awesome to see. You can't see things like this that are 400 years old for America that in the West. I mean, it's amazing to be somewhere like this. Yep. Got you a stick, huh?
This is the first church that was established here, I think around 1609. They have ways of doing their digs where they can find where the posts would have been, so that's how they found this church. And they actually discovered this is the church that Pocahontas married John Rolfe in.
So this is a scale model of Fort James back in 1607. So here's the tower. It's right in front of me. This is the current seawall, so you can see that all this down here, this is actually underwater right now, right here. So where I'm standing right now is probably about right there.
were around 104 original settlers, and only about 38 of those original survived. Things got really bad, and at one point they even turned around to leave because they had no food. They were all starving, and somebody showed up and they turned around and came back and kept going. So
yes. So really close to not happening.
Yeah.
Everything we looked at told us the rain was not supposed to be here until 3:45. It is 12:33 and it's raining.
Bubbles.
You blow bubbles? You're getting silly. That means you're getting seepy.
Seems like this has happened a lot. We are walking in the rain once again.
Landing is directly ahead of you in the river.
So the first landing was about, this is the seashore right here, and it's eroded, you know, and everything. So it's about 100 yards past that seashore is where the first landing took place.
Nathan makes fun of me for my rain boots, but they come in handy. I love them.
I have to step over them like 350 times a year.
He says that
just for the 15 days she wears them.
That's not true. He says the RV is too small for them, but there's plenty of room for my boots. No, they fit under our bed.
They don't stay under your bed. They do fit under the bed. That's totally true. I'm not saying they don't.
They do too. I might keep them out a little bit after I wear them.
So this museum was actually built on top of the State House, which was the earliest form of government or any sort of governing body on American soil were made right here.
It was really cool getting to see all the stuff that they find as they do their digs.
So this church was Jamestown's third church. It was built in 1907, and it's actually on top of one of the previous churches that was built, I think, in the 1600s.
We're at Yorktown Battlefield, which is included with our historical Jamestown pass. Kind of worked out because Hensley finally went to sleep. So we're actually going to do the driving tour and just let her sleep. Okay, different plan. Hensley woke up.
Yep.
So we're gonna head into the visitor center, hopefully check out a film.
I don't think we're gonna outsmart the rain on this one. It's definitely coming.
Oh, look at that cannon, Hensley. Big cannon, isn't it?
We just finished part of the movie. We got about, what, 5 minutes in? And Hensley wouldn't have it any longer, so we're waiting. This is the last tour of the day. We're lucky we at least caught that. And I'm suiting up for the rain. Here comes the rain. Well, we came to Yorktown Battlefield. We had every intention of spending our time here and taking our time and learning some more, but Hensley's done. Sorry, Yorktown Battlefield. What little video I got. She had about a 15-minute nap. She's a hoot when she's got everything going well for her. She'll dance, she'll sing. She's great to watch, but man, once she ain't happy, goodness. Go sleep.
We're gonna try to do the driving tour, hoping she'll calm down and fall back asleep, possibly. She's not happy. And your face around, show it if you're happy and you know it. Say woo woo.
So that was a huge advantage the American Army had over the British Army, was they could store what they needed in the woods and places where they were familiar with. The British Army pretty much had to get all their stuff, from overseas. Did you finally calm down a little bit, sweetie?
Bug.
You see a bug? Yeah, there's the bug.
Up in the window.
He is up in the window, that's right.
This is the house where both sides met to discuss the terms of negotiation for the surrender of the war.
Oh, is the bug all gone? Where'd he go?
Bye-bye, bug.
Bye-bye, bug.
He said they met in that room for about 12 hours. I love old houses. So old houses with history is just awesome. Is she laughing or crying?
Both.
On October 18th, 1781 is when they met in the Moore House to discuss terms of surrender. And we're heading to Surrender Field, which is where the British laid down their arms. This is Surrender Field behind me. So on October 19th, 1781, Cornwallis's army marched into this field, laid down their arms, and surrendered. And that virtually gave Americans their independence. So pretty pivotal part of history right here.
We're not history buffs at all. We enjoy history.
And we're trying to be. That's why I'm glad we're doing this before it's time to teach Hensley. So we're just like kind of getting our bearings before it's time to like dig deep. And
It's a big difference between like trying to learn history staring at a textbook versus going out to where it actually happened, and they can point to that field and say, look, right there is where that happened. It's really cool, and I think it's changing my perspective on how we want to teach Hensley too. I think it's a really cool idea to be able to take your child somewhere and point to. I think they're going to learn, pick it up just so much faster.
Well, I totally agree. Like, this has been so much more interesting for me. Like you said, we've studied it our whole lives, and I feel like I just memorized it for tests. But truly, like, walking the steps of our history has been so enlightening.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
Oh, Hensley's done.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo! You're so tired, Hensley.
Yeah.
Find a stick, Hensley. Oh. Yep. There you go. Big stick.